Hey everybody, I'm John, the founder of Asset Growth. We work with storage facilities to help them get more rentals and move-ins each month by improving their marketing, SEO, and Google Ads. So right now, what we're doing is we have an offer where we are doing free marketing strategies for anyone as a part of this community. So if you want one of these, just book a call. Essentially what we do is we map out, based on your market and your competitors, what are going to be the most effective marketing tactics for you. So we'll start mapping out the ones that we feel you're going to get the most traction with in terms of actually generating move-ins and rentals. So we'll go through this process here. We also analyze from a conversion standpoint what might impact you positively and negatively. A lot of times we can drive a lot of traffic to our websites and do good marketing, but if these things aren't in order as well, we're not going to get the rentals and the move-ins that we want. So we'll audit all of this for you as well and really give you a nice blueprint here of what's going to work to help fill up your facility, and ultimately what do you need to do to maximize rentals and conversions when people get to your website. Now, we'll also give, as part of the marketing plan, a few quick wins from our SEO process. So when we work with clients on a month-to-month basis, we'll go through this pretty deep SEO process to make sure we have the best chance of ranking as high as possible on Google. The example here would be, if we just look at the search results here, what we want to do through SEO for your facility is you want to show up as highly as possible for storage units in whatever city you're located in. And there's two ways you could show up on Google organically without having to pay for ads. One is in the maps here, and only 3 companies will show in this map, and then for the rest of them that you have to click more places. So you really want to be in this top 3. It's critical. This is actually what, if you had to pick one thing, this is where we find the most rentals come from. But it's also important not to neglect the kind of like normal, old school, organic SEO results, because you could actually show up twice. If we look at this case, public storage is number 1 in the maps, and they're number 2 here organic. Extra space is actually 3 in the maps, but they're also number 1 organic. So you could see you could have multiple listings before some of your competitors are even featured on the first page. If we actually scroll down, you'll see if you're towards the bottom of this first page like U-Haul, you're really not getting any clicks or any rentals or traffic. So it's really key to try and show up multiple times. And that's what this SEO process does. Now, SEO isn't just a one-time thing where you do SEO and you're done. It really does require ongoing tweaks. But this, if you just do one thing and you go through this audit process, you will see results and you will see improvement. Now, will you rank number 1 just from doing this? It depends on the market, but this will get you kind of your best foot forward. So there's a series of things you want to do on your Google business profile, and we've mapped out what I think is the most extensive Google business audit that exists, where we cover everything you need to do on your Google business profile. Like, you don't want to cut corners here. Spend the time and actually do all of these things and get it done with. And then there's a few things you'll want to do on an ongoing basis. Really, the big things on ongoing is adding media like photos and videos. We like to do at least some new media every quarter. A lot of people will add photos and videos, and it'll be years before they add anything else. You want to show Google you're really active. The Google Business posting feature is another one you might want to use. We'll also look at citations. Now, this gets a little bit into kind of the weeds of SEO, but citations are basically directory profiles, and you want to be listed on as many as possible, and Google will start trusting your location. So we'll handle that when we work with clients, but this is something you could also do yourself as well. Reviews, I think everyone kind of knows at this point reviews are critical. So again, we'll kind of audit how many reviews your competitors have and map out how many you're going to need. Then you get into link building for SEO. Now, this is something a lot of people don't talk about because you don't actually see it on your website. Essentially what this is, when another website links to you, it's like they're endorsing you and telling Google, hey, I'm recommending this company because I'm linking to them from my website. So you need to actually focus on that. It's one of the reasons the REITs and the big companies rank so fast on Google. If they open a new location, they're on the first page sometimes in a week. You want to replicate that on a smaller scale in your market, and the link building work. It's sort of like PR in a way, and there's a lot of ways you can go to explore this, and I can show some of the methods that we use. But short answer here is it's important to do, and you want to actually have a plan, where most facilities don't have any plan for this. Then we finally get to content and how your pages are set up. So your facility page or pages, if you have multiple, are going to be your most important pages on the website. You want to make sure these are optimized properly. We have a full on-page SEO checklist that goes through every single thing you need to change on your page to get it to rank higher. I'll give you one quick thing in this video but on the call, we can go deeper on your specific facility and what you should actually do. But this copy that shows up on Google is critical. It's essentially an ad. You're not paying for this because it's organic, but you could control what text goes here. So if you look right away, Public and Extra Space are doing much better than CubeSmart. CubeSmart just says storage facilities near Austin. They have nothing at the end of this. Where Public and Extra Space are actually putting dollar amounts. The reason they're doing that is that gets people to click. So it's not enough just to rank highly on Google. You need people to click so they can ultimately go to your page and rent a unit. So really important to spend time updating this. And don't skip that. Then there's some other little nuances here. I'm not going to cover everything today, but in terms of like creating content for your website and doing different things, like I said, we do all of this. If you don't have the time and the bandwidth and you're focused on acquisitions or operations, we work with a lot of facilities where we just completely take over the marketing and take that off your plate. We also have custom options where for some operators that like to be hands-on and have a team that they can leverage, we can assign some of the work that we would normally do to your team, which gets the cost down, and we sort of work in tandem where we do some of the work and then you do some of the work internally. We also run Google Ads for a lot of companies, and Google Ads can make sense depending on your situation. So we'll evaluate if we feel like it makes sense for you. In some markets, it's hard to do. In others, it works really well. So yeah, that's kind of what we do, I think, at a high level. If you want a free marketing plan, and we'll, on a call, break down your market and map out everything you need to do, just let us know in the group. You could also go on this form right here and just literally select any time that works for you. And we'll come to the call with some ideas, and we'll pull up your locations live and just dig through all the things you could be leveraging to improve your marketing. And at the end of the day, get more move-ins and rentals, which is what we all want. So if that sounds interesting to you guys, just feel free to reach out in any method, either directly there or through this calendar, and we'll go from there.